Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. How are you doing tonight? So glad that you've joined us here. I'm just going to make one quick change here. I forgot to share sound, so because I've got a video here. So there we go. Okay. Well, welcome and thank you for joining us. We are here to talk about the 3-day sale for Princess that's coming up just around the corner. This is our Christmas time down in the travel industry. We have been, oh, and I'm sharing the wrong screen. Give me just a sec. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's so much better. For the travel industry, we love the Princess sale. This is our Christmas time. We have been running this promotion for the last 21 years, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I wanted to take the next maybe 45 minutes just to walk you through Princess, talk about what's going on, what is the promotion going on, and what are some of the fantastic places you can visit. So welcome to our 3-day sale. This is with Expedia Cruises Team Friesen. And who is Team Friesen? That's myself and my lovely wife. We bought our first center in Thunder Bay in 2007, and we've grown over the last 18 years. We currently have a team of 500, actually 550, from Kenora to North Bay and Windsor all the way to Toronto. We have 16 storefronts across the province. We're the largest multi-unit franchisee in North America. We're kind of proud of that. Here's our stores and where we're located across the province. And yeah, we've got two more stores to come. St. Thomas and Orillia. Orillia should be open in the next 60 days or so. So we're pretty excited about that. My team is a dedicated Princess fan. We got a chance to take 65 of our team aboard the Sun Princess in spring of 2024. Sun Princess, for those of you who've never sailed with Princess before, this is their largest and newest ship. The sister ship is coming out this fall, and so it's slightly different than the rest of the fleet. It's a little bit bigger. It's got a lot of new places to eat, new experiences, new things to do. It's a really neat ship. If you have sailed with Princess before, we wanted to get on there so that we could be able to guide you through what's great, what's different, and just to prepare you for that. So we were very privileged to be some of the first people to be aboard the Sun Princess. So the 3-day sale is coming up June 12th to the 14th. So we're just a few days away now. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. What I want you to think about while we're talking, I want you to think about not just booking one cruise, but your next 3 cruises. Think about a cruise for 2025 because there's still half a year left, 2026, and then even 27. We can book until fall of 27 now. Talk to your travel consultant. Think about your next 3 trips, what you want to do. Talk to your consultant. Let's get some pricing. Let's at least have a plan of attack. And then we're going to book it for you June 12th, 13th, or 14th. And then sit back and wait for your next adventure. Princess is celebrating their 60th year. We probably all remember how Princess started, or for those of you who are a little bit younger, you may not remember, but started with the Love Boat. And to celebrate that, Princess is going to be doing a 7-night special cruise, Mexican Riviera. These are the ports where the Love Boat sailed to: Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, back to Los Angeles. You're going to be sailing with the Temptations, with events hosted by Vicky Stubing. She was a Captain Stubing's daughter, down on the ship, and so that is available. That's sailing March 7th, 2026. The Princess Experience. So those of you who've sailed with Princess before, Princess timeless cruise experience. And so great ships, desired destinations, they cover the world. So it doesn't matter where you want to go. They probably got a ship going there. Right now with people not exactly running out to go to the United States, people are looking for cruising to different destinations. South America, Hawaii, well, Hawaii is part of the States. Asia, South America, lots of amazing places to go. The guest service is fantastic. You get large ship amenities, small ship experience, and great value. Plus, in Premier, we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. I have a video, and hopefully the sound is going to work. Makes you want to get out there and think about cruising. So let's take a look at some of the destinations. And right around the world, there are great places to go. 350 destinations in 89 countries, 330 unique itineraries. So we have Europe 25 still. We have Europe 26 and Europe 27 just launched. Europe is hot. It is selling. Our numbers are up, 30, 40, 50% compared to last year. And I really think that if you're going to go to Europe and you're going to say that you have cruised Europe, I think that you need to do 4, 5, 6 cruises. You could take 3 cruises just to cover the Mediterranean. You could take another 2 just to cover the north. And then there's British Isles and there's Iceland, Norway, so many places to go. And I love going to Europe. So lots of places to go. If you're looking to cover a whole bunch of places in one shot, they have a special itinerary here for next year. This is called the Mediterranean Odyssey. This will be aboard the Island Princess. You can do this 25 days or 50 days, 13 countries, 26 destinations. This is what it looks like. So if you're just going to do the 25-day, you're going to start with Fort Lauderdale, you'll do Bermuda, the Azores, and then you'll get into the Mediterranean. You're going to finish up in Athens. But if you don't want that big long flight home, you can just stay on the ship and sail another 25 days coming back, and you don't really repeat very many ports, and you're going to wind up back in Fort Lauderdale. So it's a nice short cruise. October 6th until that will be the middle of December. You're back in time for Christmas. What a great way to see a lot of the Med. If you don't have 50 days, the way that Princess puts their Mediterranean together, they have these 3 7-day segments. So Rome to Athens, it goes to Istanbul. I love Istanbul. Barcelona to Rome, and Athens to Barcelona. And so you could put these back to back to make a 14-day, or back to back to make a 21-day. So a choice is yours. And if you do the 21 days, you're going to see a lot of the Mediterranean. There is the Med, there's the British Isles, there's Northern Europe as well. Also for 2026, something kind of special, the total solar eclipse is going to be taking place, and it takes place in the Mediterranean. And so last year they released a bunch of these cruises. They just released one more, August 4th, 2026, on the Enchanted Princess. It's a 14-day cruise, and as you see down on the map, you are going to be between Palermo and Gibraltar, where where the eclipse is going to take place. You can see the picture there up top by the pool deck, and you're in full sun, and suddenly it's going to go totally dark, and the stars are going to come out because it's a total eclipse. And I think that's just one of the really, really neat things to do. Princess will be providing you with commemorative viewing glasses so that you can watch the whole event. So very cool. August 4th, 26th. They just released this, so they're expecting it to sell out rather quickly. Here's another great itinerary: British Isles round trip, London or Southampton. It's a 12-night cruise going around England, Scotland, Ireland, a stop in France that you can visit Paris, and then back to Southampton. We do recommend doing this while the Scottish Tattoo is on. That is in August. The season runs from April until September, and the Majestic will be sailing there next year. Great ship. There is the Baltics. We can't go to St. Petersburg. We may never be able to go there again. Who knows? This is round trip Copenhagen, and you're going to Oslo, Skagen, Gdansk, Lithuania, Latvia, Tallinn, Helsinki, Stockholm, Visby, and then back to Copenhagen. So it's a great 12-night sailing on the Sky Princess. The season for this is a little shorter. It's from May until August because it's got similar climate to Northern Ontario, and so you don't really want to be sailing there in late September, but a great one. And then you can do some land tours that will match up to your cruise. So just like when you sail Alaska, there are land portions that you can take. This is the same here. So if you're going to be doing the British Isles, you can fly into Shannon, go to Limerick, you'll see the cliffs of Molar, Killarney, you'll see the Ring of Kerry, you can kiss the Blarney Stone, go to Cork, and then they bring you to London to get on your ship. The other neat one is if you are going to be sailing that Baltic one, you can fly into Budapest, go to Vienna, Prague, Berlin. Budapest, Vienna, Prague are three of the most amazing cities that we as North Americans, I don't think, have learned quite enough about from our schooling. We learn about Western Europe. We don't learn a lot about the East. These are three amazing cities. Berlin, the history there, Rostock, then you board your ship in Copenhagen. So really, really recommend, adding the land to a cruise. These are places that you probably never thought about, going. If you spend a day or two in Vienna, you will go back because it is an amazing city. Let's go to Alaska, and Princess is one of the best cruise lines for Alaska. And I have a little video for you. This is another destination. The cruise is spectacular, but to complete your journey to Alaska, we recommend you doing the land portion too. Princess has been sailing to Alaska for 55 years. They're the #1 cruise line in Alaska. Top rated cruise and cruise tours. We're going to bring you to the national parks and the most popular ports you want to see. There's a glacier viewing on every sailing as well. So on board the ship, what are you going to do? They have lumberjack demonstrations, axe throwing for our guests. I don't know if that's really a good idea, but that is what they do. National Park Rangers join the ship in Glacier Bay. They're going to be running commentary while you're there. Learn about the national park. We've got a junior and teen ranger program so that the kids can learn learn about the national park there. You're going to hear from Iditarod champions, mountain climbers, storytellers, and totem pole carvers. And there's fresh seafood. You've got the lumberjacks there that are hopping and skipping. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. And then, of course, they will bring the popular puppies in the piazza. They actually bring sled dog puppies on board. They bring them to the piazza. You can see them, play with them, take a picture. They do count them, so you won't be able to sneak one to your stateroom and bring them home. But very, very neat and super popular. And then the cruise tour. So we're talking about this. The cruise is 7 days, 3 ports. The train is going to be a 500-mile trek into the heart of Alaska. Why we do like Princess for Alaska is Princess does own their own lodges. It's their lodge. It's their bedding. It's their menus. It's their staff. So the land excursion part matches the cruise portion too. I just saw that there was a question about Britain. Can you tell us about the electronic travel authorization for British departures? To fly into London, you need to get a electronic visa. Costs you about $12 to get. It's good for, I think it's good for 5 years. It's more of a nuisance than a really tricky thing to do. Once you book your trip with us, we will gladly give you a hand with that. So, electronic travel authorizations, yes. Okay, so talked about the lodges. Let's keep going. And so, should I do the land portion first, or should I cruise first? And so, I mean, it's personal preference. The main difference is on a southbound, you are going to go into Hubbard Glacier. On a northbound, you're going to go into the College Fjord, where there's 13 glaciers there. I mean, personally, we do recommend a southbound. And so that's because the land portion tends to be a little more active, a little more walking, a little more hiking, whitewater rafting or fishing. And so I would rather do that part first, board my ship, because once you're aboard the ship, you're doing your 5 or 6 meals a day, you're enjoying your beverage package, you are getting those great Norman Love desserts. And so by the time that you're done your cruise, you may not feel like doing all of the active stuff that the land has to give you. So we would really recommend starting in Fairbanks, working your way down south. And we're just going to highlight, this is the Ultimate Princess Alaska Cruise Tour. So it's 10 nights on land. They have packages from 3 nights to 10 nights. This is the biggest one. You're going to stay at all 5 lodges, 2 nights per lodge, 7 days at sea. And so this is what it looks like. You'll start in Fairbanks. You'll stay at the Fairbanks Princess Riverside Lodge. You go to Denali, you'll go to Mount McKinley, go to Copper River, you'll go to Keenan Princess Lodge. And then you'll board your ship and sail south. So a great one. We can book 25 and 26. The 27s have not come out yet. There's a new lodge in Katmai, and this is brand new. This is a 12 night, so it's 3 nights in Denali, 2 nights in Anchorage. What is the big selling feature for this? This activity. So I don't know about you, but those bears looked a little bit close to me. They bring you there in groups of 18. It's a full day of bear watching, so very, very cool. And 2025 completely sold out. There is some space for 26, but if you really want your pick of dates, 27 will be coming out probably in a few months. Star Princess, this is their newest ship. This is going to be coming out in October, and she'll be going up to Alaska for 2026. So this shows you how much Princess loves Alaska to send their newest ship there for the season. She'll be doing round trip Seattle departures. Yeah, so that's the Star Princess. Let's move over to the Caribbean. So we'll go from snow and ice and bears to the beautiful sun and sand of the Caribbean. There are 7-night, 10-night, 14-night. There's lots and lots of deployment in the Caribbean. And the big news for 2026 is that cruises from San Juan will be back. Princess has not sailed out of San Juan for 10 years. They're doing 7-night itineraries, visiting 5 islands. You can do these back to back to make a 14-day, because 14 is always better than 7, especially in the winter. So on the far left, you're going San Juan, St. Croix, Guadeloupe, Dominica, Barbados, Grenada, back to San Juan. Or the other side is St. Croix, St. Kitts, Martinique, Barbados, Grenada. And so if you do those back to back, 14 nights. And the great thing about sailing from San Juan is that it's warm from day one. Sometimes when you're sailing out of Fort Lauderdale in January, that could be cool. You could be wearing a jacket. Flying into San Juan, you're never wearing a jacket. And so this will be on the Grand Princess this season coming up. And for 27 will be the Grand Princess. We also love this 10-day, 10-day with Tortola. This is a November until March this year coming up, in October till April in 26, 27. Princess Keys, Tortola, St. Martin, Antigua, St. Kitts, and St. Thomas. And so we've got people who will do this back to back, make it a 20-day. 20 days is better than 10. And if you're going back to the same ports twice, I could find something to do in St. Martin for a second day. I'm sure there's another beach that I could find there. There is this wonderful 14-day. They are going to sail this from November 25 to February 2026. They're not repeating it for 26, 27. What we like about this one is you don't have to go back to Fort Lauderdale between the 7 days. It's a pure 14-day. And if I'm going away in February and I know it's cold and there's snow, get me away for 14 days. So this is a great one. We'll not be repeating this in 26, 27. Let's go from Caribbean to Asia, and we're selling more Asia than we've ever sold before, as people are looking for alternatives to going sailing from the United States. So we've got a 14 days Tokyo to Singapore. You're doing Japan, you're doing Taiwan, Hong Kong, Vietnam, and down to Singapore. There's this beautiful 28-day that has that Tokyo to Singapore, but then it keeps on going. It does a round trip going up Malaysia, and then we'll go to Bangkok and back to Singapore. And then the 33-day, if 28 isn't enough, 33-day Hawaii, Japan, Southeast Asia, starting in Los Angeles, doing Hawaii, over to Tokyo, and then doing that Tokyo down to Singapore. And these are all in 26 or 27. There's many, many more. I just like highlighted just a couple. South America and Antarctica. So again, what I like about South America is it's generally in the same time zone. I've been to South America twice in the last couple of years. I don't feel jet lag because in Buenos Aires, it's the same time zone as Thunder Bay or Toronto. And so you don't have that jet lag, going over to Europe. 18-day adventure. This is a repositioning. This is next November. They are doing it for November 25 as well. Fort Lauderdale, St. Martin, Dominica, Barbados, and then Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. And I don't think that you will ever get sick of going to Rio de Janeiro. And then Montevideo, and finish up in Buenos Aires. If you love that, you can stay on for a few more days, make it a 33-day, and then you go around the Horn, and you're going to go to the Falklands, you're going to go to Ushuaia, Punta Arenas, and all the way up to Santiago, Chile. The fjords of Chile, they say, are just as spectacular as Norway or Alaska. And people say, why do I want to go to the Falklands? Well, you go to the Falklands to see these guys. And so there's a couple of sailings in 25 and in 26. Buenos Aires to Santiago, or going back around the other way. You are going across, or going across Cape Horn. And so that is always an adventure. Yeah, you get to see the penguins. Moving on to the Panama Canal. If you've not done the Panama Canal yet, this should be on your bucket list. Princess is probably the biggest deployment of ships that cover the Panama Canal. So 2 ways to do it. There's the 12-day Panama Canal. That's from Fort Lauderdale. You're going to go into the first 3 locks, then you're going to turn around and come back out. There are 6 locks in for the Panama Canal. So this is a partial transit, and you're going back to Fort Lauderdale. The full transit, so you can sail this Fort Lauderdale to Los Angeles or Fort Lauderdale to San Francisco. 16 nights, and you're going to go through all 6 locks. You're going to overnight in Fuma Amador, and that is on the Pacific side of the canal. You're going to visit Cartagena. You're going to go to Costa Rica, Puerto Vallarta, and San Francisco or Los Angeles. And I do recommend doing the Panama Canal from east to west. And I say that because you're going to have 3 time zone changes. I'd rather have 3 25-hour days than 3 23-hour days. I don't know about you and time changes. I like the longer days instead of 3 shorter days. Same as if you were going to do a transatlantic, say a Rome to Fort Lauderdale. I would always do it east to west, because from Rome to Fort Lauderdale, there's 6 time zone changes. I'd rather have 6 25-hour days than 6 23-hour days going west to east. Just a little tip there. Sailings on the West Coast. Sailings October to April. They go to Mexico, the California coastal, Hawaii, and the Panama Canal, 3 to 33 days. I just wanted to highlight this one. 16-day Hawaiian cruise. You can do this round trip San Francisco, round trip Los Angeles, and there are 2 sailings round trip Vancouver. So if you don't want to go into the States, this is a good way to do it, although Hawaii is part of the States. The one thing about this cruise, lots of days at sea. You're going to have 5 days at sea going there, 5 days coming back. So if you love those relaxing, nice days at sea, this is the cruise for you. If you get bored and don't want to do that, there are better cruises to go on. But we sell an awful lot of this 16-day Hawaiian Island cruise. Canada, New England, there are departures from Quebec City to New York, Quebec City all the way down to Fort Lauderdale. There are some round trip New York sailings as well. And the season is fairly short, August and September. The later in September that you go, you'll see the fall colors. And sometimes you just can't decide, where do I want to go and how long do I want to go for? So there's the World Cruise in 2026. This is 115 days or 131 days. This is the map. And so if you've just got 115 days, you're going to start January 21st, and it's round trip Los Angeles. If you got a little more time, you can start in Fort Lauderdale and do that first Panama Canal going into Los Angeles. You'll notice that we're doing a Circle Pacific cruise here. Traditionally, the World Cruise has gone through the Suez Canal and through the Mediterranean. Suez Canal not really open right now, and so a lot of the ships are doing this instead. So Los Angeles, then you go to Hawaii, French Polynesia, Fiji and Samoa. You go around New Zealand, you'll pick up Australia, and then Asia, Bali, Malaysia, Singapore, all the way up to Thailand, and then Vietnam, Cambodia, Hong Kong, Japan, and then you're going to do the first Alaska cruise of the season. So a spectacular cruise. We have about 30 passengers who are already booked on this cruise for 2026. So yeah, check it out. If you don't have the full 115 days, you can do it in segments. One of the segments is Los Angeles to Sydney. There's a segment from Sydney, I think it's to Singapore. So we can break it up. And if 2026 isn't going to work for you, well, we're going to do it again in 2027. So this is 114 days from Los Angeles, 110 days Los Angeles to Vancouver. So similar ports, similar itinerary as well. So they're not going to French Polynesia, but they are going to Fiji and that. So just a little bit more about the ship. So Sun and Star, these will be their brand new ships. The Sun was launched last April, and she was voted best mega ship by Condé Nast Reader's Choice Awards, which they're pretty excited about because there's a lot of competition for the best mega ship. 4,300 passengers. So if you sailed on the Regal Princess or the Royal or that class of ship, those ones have 3,600 passengers. This ship is, well, a Princess is part of the Carnival Corp, and Carnival Corp has the same size ship, but they put 6,500 passengers. So same size ship with Princess, 2,200 fewer passengers. So that gives you more space. The rooms can be bigger. The public spaces are bigger. There's more room for crew. Star Princess, I mentioned, is going to debut October 4th. She's going to do 2 Mediterranean sailings, and then she's going to come over to Fort Lauderdale and spend the season out at Fort Lauderdale. On these 2 new ships, they have something new called the Sanctuary Collection, and this is a ship within a ship concept. um, um, only on these two ships. There are new premium categories, bespoke amenities. So there's some special amenities geared towards the luxury traveler. So, special perks, special lounges, and stuff like that. They have 80 suites. So if you need a little more room, if you're grandma and grandpa, we've got the grandkids coming along. There's 123 mini suites and 12 deluxe balconies. And there are spaces that are exclusively for guests 16 plus in the Sanctuary Club. The medallion, if you've sailed on Princess before, this medallion is a game changer. I'm surprised that no other cruise line has brought this out. This is your charge card. This is your room key. This is your boarding pass. And so you're never scrambling to find your cruise card. And yeah, it's just a really, really neat thing. It's personalized, it's got your name, effortless, and it gives you a brand new level of service. You can use it to order drinks. They'll bring it directly to you. You can order burgers. You can order stuff from the shop, and it's really cool. This is going to let you board faster. You can order stuff. The best Wi-Fi at sea. View and plan activities. Keyless stateroom entries, and you might think, why is that a big deal? Wow.
Why would you ever need a cabin door that unlocks itself? Ah, that's why. Keyless entry, so doors unlock for you. The Princess Medallion Class Experience. Only on Princess, exclusively for everyone.
So maybe you're not carrying kids around, but maybe you're carrying breakfast back because your spouse doesn't like to get out of bed, but wants you to bring them, coffee and breakfast in the morning. And so that is there too. I've got a question here. Do you need a passport for the Canadian cruises? There are no cruises that start and stop in Canada. You are always visiting a US port. So yes, you do need a passport for that, but that's a great question. Keyless stateroom, find your way in Shipmates. You can know where your traveling companions are on the ship. And so if you are traveling with kids, teenagers, I'd like to know where they are. Your spouse, you may or may not want your spouse to know where you are. I'll leave that up to you. You can turn off your spouse's tracking. You can do your dining reservations, and there are certain stores in port that if you shop there, they'll give you 7% back on your purchases in port as an onboard credit. So if you're going to your favorite jewelry store in St. Thomas, buy $1,000, you'll have $70 shipboard credit back on the ship. That is that's with participating vendors. But about the finding your shipmates.
Why would you want a way to locate your friends and family on our ships?
Hi, Hannah. Look what time it is. It's time for me to be right here with you.
That's why. Keep track of your crew anywhere on the ship. The Princess Medallion Class Experience. Only on Princess, exclusively for everyone.
So we might think that mom is, doing a terrible thing, but as a father with 3 daughters, I totally get why you would want to be watching. So, anyways, there are 3 rates that Princess has. They have Princess Standard. So Princess Standard is just your cruise. Does not include anything. So if you want the medallion, it's $24.99. If you want to order with that, there's that fee to start. Princess Plus is where we sell probably 60-70% of our bookings are with Princess Plus, and that's because Princess Plus gives you your plus beverage package. It gives you enhanced Wi-Fi and your gratuities. And so your beverage package is worth, if you're going to buy that on board, it's $79 per person per day. The Wi-Fi is $24.95 per person per day, and your grats are $20 per person per day. So just that is worth the $60 per person per day that the Princess Plus is. And then that includes your casual dining. There's a juice bar. There are complimentary fitness classes. And I know that you may not be into fitness. You may be like me that's heard of these fitness rooms and you've never been there before. But I know that there are people who go on board and they're running the treadmill, and God bless them. There's the premium desserts. So if you've sailed on Princess before and you've had like one of those Norman Love chocolate desserts, like just bring me the dessert. I don't need dinner. Ocean Now delivery and room service delivery. And so that is the plus package. And then we've been selling about 20 to 25% of our bookings now are Princess Premier. So this is $90 per person per day. What do you get extra for $30 per person per day? You're going to get Wi-Fi for 4 devices per person. You're still going to get your gratuities. You're going to get unlimited premier beverage package. You may or may not be able to take advantage of that. The casual dining, the juice bar, the fitness classes. Now you're going to get unlimited specialty dining. And so that's Sabatini's. That is the Crown Grill. On the newer ships, there's Tapanaki's. There's a hot pot specialty. You don't have to go into the main dining room at all. The premium desserts are still there. You're going to get a photo package. That's like worth about $300. And then reserved seating down in the theater. So if you've sailed with Princess before, you know that their theaters are built just a little small. And so when you're sitting there and you see all those chairs that are reserved for those people, well, suddenly you are those people. You get to go and sit there. You don't have to go there 45 minutes before the show. And so three different rate codes: Princess Standard, Plus, and Premier, and our team can definitely walk you through. And that is $60 or $90 US per person per day. And we can price that out for you when you are picking out your 3 cruises. Okay. So a 3-day sail, June 12th until the 14th. And you want to be talking to your consultant right away to, try to lock down where do you want to go for 25, 26, and 27. The promotion is there's going to be a shipboard credit. The shipboard credit is in US dollars. And so it's based on the voyage length and the stateroom type. And this is a combinable with 99% of our fares. This is on all published voyages 2025 to 2027. This is our 21st straight year. And it just keeps on getting better and better and better. One of the perks, we have got this coupon book that has got up to $900 in onboard savings. And then it's not just the onboard credit or the coupon book. There is a reduced deposit, I believe, and it's $100 US. I believe it's going to be $140 or $145 Canadian. That will be the deposit. And then you can layer that on top of, there's a number of Canadian resident promos. They've been looking for sailings to do a Canadian promo for. We talked about the Princess Plus. If you're booking South America, there's a book early offer on right now. We have about 2,500 sailings over the next 24 months that have group pricing. And so right now, a Europe 2027 came out last week. We have already booked thousands of cabins for 2027 and 2025 pricing. And so our group rates lock in the lower price. And then as we get closer to sailing, prices go up. We have member pricing. We have hundreds of sailings with unpublished prices. And so we might be able to get you a better price even than you see on land, or see online, sorry. Captain Circle savings. So if you've sailed with Princess before and you're sailing summer of 26 forward, you'll get a $50 to $200 discount based on your past passenger. If you've sailed or if you've served with a Canadian or US military, there's a special onboard credit for you as well. And there are limited time offers as well. Any promotion that Princess has is combinable with this. Like we said, it's our 21st straight year, and we are looking forward to setting another record Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And yeah, it is truly the best time to book a Princess cruise the entire year. Hopefully you are dealing with one of our team. These are our branches across Ontario. And so if you're not currently working with one of our team, these are the stores to reach out to. And we would love to help you, create those memories, fulfill those dreams, have amazing vacations. And that's really what we want to do here. Just going to grab another question. Do they have educator discount like some of the other cruise lines? They actually don't. They do not have a teacher's discount, or some of the cruise lines have first responders, but Princess doesn't. No, sorry. But we will definitely scour all the rate codes to find you the very best price and the very best discount. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for joining me tonight. It was great spending a little bit of time talking about Princess. My name is Sean Friesen, the franchisee with Team Friesen, and we look forward to helping you plan that amazing vacation. So with that, have a great night, and thank you for joining us.